Colum Eastwood.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I promise to be brief because we've heard a lot over the last number of days. We've heard a lot repeated as well over the last number of days. This bill clearly, blatantly breaks international law. It breaks an agreement that this government made with the European Union and trumpeted to the electorate as a fantastic deal. I think this particular bill will end up going the same way as the Prime Minister. No, I won't. Actually, I won't. I will not. So, this bill is a sop. Sit down. Sit down. This bill is a sop to the DUP, and it is a campaigning tool for the Foreign Secretary in the leadership election of the Conservative Party. And it is, if it is continued, if it is driven through, the likely outcome, the only likely outcome, is a trade dispute with the European Union. Well, good luck to the next Prime Minister who wants to go into the general election with prices going even higher than they already are. I've heard a lot from some interesting people about the Good Friday Agreement. Well, I've always supported the Good Friday Agreement. I'm delighted that so many people support it now. There is a nonsense at the heart of the argument that says the Good Friday Agreement is based on consensus. It is not. It is not possible. I sat in the Northern Ireland Assembly for almost 9 years. There was very little consensus in that place. Things got done, things got voted on, majorities made decisions. The reality, for all those people who say they care about the people of Northern Ireland do not want this bill. Their elected representatives do not want this bill. The representatives of the business groups that have been we've been told so much about do not want this bill. And everybody with any sense knows that this is a blatant breaking of international law. We've also, Madam Deputy Speaker, heard an awful lot about the Union. Well, I think some people in this place who talk about the Union a lot but have acted in a certain way around this Brexit farce since 2016 will come to regret it. There will be statues erected in the New Ireland to Boris Johnson and some of the members of the DUP, because that's the road you have taken us down. I fully respect, by the way, the principle of consent, and it was my predecessor who made sure it was in the Good Friday Agreement. The constitutional position of Northern Ireland, whatever anyone says, and however much I want to change it, cannot be changed until the people of Northern Ireland and the people of the Republic of Ireland vote to change it. To say anything else is just not true. So I want to end, Madam Deputy Speaker, with an ask of the DUP, because we've been told over the last number of months that the Northern Ireland Assembly can't meet unless this piece of legislation goes through. Well, this piece of legislation is just about to go through the House of Commons. Will the DUP now take the opportunity to go back into Stormont, to live up to their responsibilities as democratically elected leaders in Northern Ireland and do the job that people are crying out for them to do? If they don't, the SDLP will put a recall motion into the Northern Ireland Assembly tonight, asking them to come back in to nominate a Speaker in the Northern Ireland Assembly and to nominate a Deputy First Minister, who I hope will be the Right Honourable Member for Lagan Valley. We have to get back, despite all the talk of the Good Friday Agreement, we have to get back to working together, to working the common ground, to dealing with the issues in our health service and our economy and all those issues that people say they care about. We will not be able to do that if we stay out of government for months upon months upon months, because that's how long this bill is going to take to get royal assent. So that's my appeal, and I appeal to the government. There is no option to unilaterally rip up an agreement. The only way that you can do these things, these sensitive, difficult things, is to sit down with your partners and negotiate. I met Lord Frost many, many times when he was in that position. I did not get the sense that that was a man determined to find accommodation and compromise. I would appeal to this government now, whatever it may look like in September, to sit down with the European Union and stop using Northern Ireland as a political football.